Good morning, everybody. 5:30 in the morning. It gets light out so early here. Arend here from Countryside Acres. I'm in Jasavut, Arend from Countryside Acres. Just made myself a cup of coffee. We're hoping to have these mugs available very soon, again for you guys. If you're interested in them, stay tuned. I shut the well off for the night and just turned it back on. I'm trying to be quiet because everybody's still sleeping. It's pretty early. So you can see it's still kind of cloudy. But there's a lot less sand coming out now, at least. Good pressure this morning too. Kids making some clay pots and stuff. It seems to be heading in the right direction, so hopefully another day or so of pumping we'll have just clear water, or at least clear enough that a filter will take care of the rest. So thought I'd show you the morning. 5:30 in the morning. Sometimes the boys beat me out of bed. The last two mornings they were already sitting here at 5:30. Anyway, it's just a time to relax and drink a bit of coffee, think about the day, catch up on a few emails and comments, things like that from you guys. And then when more people are awake, we get at her. Today I am hoping to get that second layer put on. So we'll start with the OSB on the floor and then we'll start framing some walls.
Some people do sports, other people have competitions.
Wait for boys, get on! Go! Slow boat. Still can't beat the old buck. Okay, another progress update for you lovely people. So this is as big as our upstairs is going to be, just to this point. This here is going to have a roof on it here and back down there. But we are going to make just a little hole here, and we're going to make a little play area inside so the kids can play with their Legos and tractors and stuff in there. You can come up the stairs and go that way. It'll be a short little door where they can play in there. And then the rest of this will be bedrooms. So this is way smaller than our last house. But we kind of felt like our last house was way too big. And people are like, oh no, it's perfect size. And for North American standards, it probably was a nice size. But why do you need so much space? Yes, we have a large family, but there's still loads of room right here. So that's what we're going to do, is make it smaller. Downstairs will be bigger. This will be a little bit smaller. You can see we've got most of the plywood up here. I just went to get a few more so we can finish this up. And then while I was gone west, cut the studs. So we'll start framing these walls and get them up. Looks like it's some kind of a break time going on over here. Yeah, everybody's on strike. We got watermelon being cut. We got some water being drank. Lovely, everybody's having a grand time here. Beautiful day. For those of you who comment that our skies are always clear, they are, for the most part. They are very, very clear, but we do get a little bit of this going on. Just a wee tiny bit. Well water's still running. Still cloudy. At times it's clear. There's still some sand in it. And that is your update. Your mid-afternoon Saturday update.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You will be the last one I think about. The last one.
Of progress. Progress is good. Now, is Russian lumber worse than Canadian lumber, or is Canadian lumber worse than Russian lumber? Lumber's lumber, don't matter where you go. It all is imperfect, and there's lots of curved sticks, and they go funky and twisty. I do like the fact that this lumber is actual dimensional lumber, whereas in Canada, all of our stuff, even though we call it a 2x4, which should be a or it's 2x lumber basically, so you get 2x4, 2x6, 2x8, 2x10, 2x12. They're all a ½ inch shorter than that, so it's actually 1.5 inches by 3.5, even though it's called a 2x4. And that's because they cut them at 2x4 and then they run them through a planer to make them smooth. This stuff, on the other hand, is smooth, and it's actually true dimension lumber, so I do like that. It's a lot sturdier. It's a lot heavier, but it's a lot sturdier. So nice lumber. Problem is, we ran out. Lots of 2x8s left. Not sure what happened there. Maybe I planned on using them. Well, I do need some yet, I guess. I'm gonna need a few over here yet for a bit of a playroom floor that we're gonna build, but not that many. Maybe I counted on some for the stairs. I can't remember. I do like to order extra always, just in case. But I didn't order enough extra 2x6s. So I still got, what is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's at least 9 there yet. One more up here. Whoop, zoom you out. But Same problem as in Canada. There is no perfect lumber. It has got some twists in it. So these ones that are left are kind of no good. We'll cut them up, use them for something that's somewhere. All these windows will need headers and things like that yet. So even though there's a twist in the board, by the time you cut it into a short chunk, they're usually okay. And so that's where we'll use a lot of that short stuff. But it's taking shape at least. There'll be 3 bigger windows on the view side again, and then smaller windows all along the sides. Big enough. This wall actually has no windows coming in, and there's one more window coming on this side once we get it framed. But I don't think we have enough lumber to finish today. So that means that's a wrap. Water situation, it's still not clear, but it's a lot better than when we first started. So that's good. So I hope you guys like the videos. As always, please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to check out our Telegram channel as well under Countryside Acres. Check out our Boosty channel. We have subscriptions there. Many of the people watching on Boosty already know what's going on and are not a week and a half behind because they get little pictures and things of current day-to-day stuff. So again, if that's something that interests you, you could support us there. We're also going to start with merchandise again soon. Hats, t-shirts, mugs, sweaters. I don't know what we're all getting. A bunch of stuff. And so that will be available. We're busy putting up our website. We want the website for the farm as well. I don't have an address for you yet. As soon as that comes available, we will share that with you. And there you can buy some merchandise from us. And eventually, all our farm stuff, whatever we have for sale that we're growing on this beautiful piece of dirt, whatever we have here will be for sale, and you can see it listed on our website. All right, God bless you guys. We'll catch you all in the next one. One finishing touch to an absolutely gorgeous day and an absolutely gorgeous week. We are done. Another week. It is Saturday night. First of all, look at that. Listen to these birds. Not sure what they're saying, but I think they're probably praising God for this beauty. What are those? Doves?
Oh, you got a ring around my neck.
Yeah, those were in the bush. I went and walked into the bush and
Are they those?
I don't know, the beauty. And then we need to show you this garden. All right, so some stuff's still struggling here, and some stuff's growing. This is, again, sorry, cucumbers, hon?
cucumbers.
This is the cucumber area. So if you remember back, I showed you this garden a while ago when she planted it. We got cucumbers. These are zucchinis as far as I know. Coming in here. Look at these peas, folks. We love peas. They're doing very well. Cora and Elias set up these little rebars and strings. So that's going to help hold them at least for a while. They're in there pretty sturdy. It's only 4 rows typically. She does way more peas. But we put our garden in pretty late. Over here we got pumpkin.
Pumpkins.
Yep, those are pumpkins, folks.
They're huge.
Those are big plants already, huh? And then now it's clear to see. I was standing around here last time I was in the garden showing you, and she kicked me out because I was stepping on things. But now it's easy to see. So these are red beets. Loads of red beets. I love red beets. Very healthy for you too. Couple of rows of carrots. Struggling a little bit on the one. Those one rows here are really good. Maybe just went a little too deep. But they're coming as well. I forget what's in these. Cabbage?
Supposed to be cabbage. Most of them got eaten. Or
Seems like somebody maybe's eating them. She
there's
figures.
even a bunch of new seeds, but I don't think they're.
There's a couple comments there. Yeah, we're not likely to get. Oh, you got one bigger plant down on the end there. He's not doing too bad.
A little bit of onions here.
In the middle?
Yeah, there's not much.
Oh yeah, this is onion right here, isn't it? Well, that might not materialize either. Oh, there's a whole row there. Now I see them. Yep. Yep. These are peppers, huh? Or not? No? Basil. Oh, okay. And then our favorite, 100% favorite, green beans. Bush beans. We love beans. We eat a lot of beans. Hey, straight out of the garden, the kids just eat buckets and buckets and buckets.
I miss
Look at that, eh? You're just like glowing. You got this halo around you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. These are really doing well. They're loving this dirt. Could use a drink, probably. Right? It's a little dry here.
Yep.
But I have found, well, Cora's been bringing buckets full of water over too, so that helps. You helped there with the van the other day.
Yeah,
You
we
brought a
brought
whole
back.
bunch over. Yeah. I do find, and I've said this a couple of times now, that I feel like this soil has really, really good water retention properties to it. It's deep soil for one, and there seems to be a lot of organic matter in it. That when we do get a good soaking of rain, it soaks in. It doesn't just all run off. And I've seen that in places before. Look at the sun I got today again. I've seen that in places before where water comes on and a lot of it just runs off. So if you think on a hill like this, if that water took off, I mean, it would take your nutrients with as well. And even where we got the well now drilled, we've been running that water for 4 days. It's not like it's running off. I mean, it spent a lot of time soaking into the ground. So that's good. That's a really good property to have in your soil. And will obviously help everything grow here as well. You notice the stuff's still not cut. We wanted to get it cut. We had a guy lined up. I don't know what happened to that. Kind of fell apart. And at this point, there's not really a lot of feed quality left in it. Okay, so people driving by might be like, this is terrible. Why is he not cutting this stuff? Well, it gets to a point where it's kind of stringy. And the feed quality is just not there anymore. And so at this point, I think let's just leave it for the year. We're going to let everything get to seed, because who knows when the last time this field's been seeded. We don't need to feed. We don't have any animals right now. If we do buy a milk cow over the winter, we can just buy a few bales of feed for her. That's not going to be a problem. There's lots of feed around. If we let all this stuff go to seed, all this will fall down and reseed itself, saving us potentially thousands of dollars. Takes the stress off of having to make feed this year. It will be great for the land, because all of that material landing on the ground helps build organic matter. This is something that a lot of people seem to have forgotten about in modern agriculture, and they take everything they can get off. But there's a whole lot of living organisms in your dirt, like literally millions upon millions, that make soil fertile, and they need stuff to eat. Right? They need green shoots, and they need just, what do you want to call it? Organic material. They eat it and they turn it into fertilizer. Right? Earthworms that dig down big holes. I mean, those things can go really deep. You should look up earthworms sometimes. Very fascinating creature. I don't really care for them in my hands or nothing, but the job that they do is phenomenal in what they're working at. And all of that stuff needs food. So when you chop and drop stuff on the ground, those organisms have a feast. It's just a great big old party, lots to eat, real good stuff to eat. And then they can turn that into really, really good soil. If you look at some people that do intensive grazing, which is our plan here as well, you can increase your stocking density phenomenally in just a matter of years. And not only that, also your soil percentage, your topsoil percentage can increase. Your water retention you can increase big time, all by essentially chop and drop it. Intensive grazing, where the cattle tramp a lot of that organic material into the ground. They don't eat it all. A lot of it gets just flattened and they lay on it, and that gives the bugs stuff to eat. And those millions of bugs all go to work then and turn it into topsoil, which then makes for great soil. So like I said, I'm not real worried about it. It looks silly, you know, as a farmer who grew up making hay, and I've always made hay, it's like, I really should cut that. But it's beyond that point now. It's not going to make great feed anymore anyways. It'll make feed. I'll have lots of bales, but it's not going to be the greatest quality. And let's just let these seeds fall down. Next year there'll be that many more plants able to grow. It'll help it. And if the cows, once we get this fence, if they want to eat whatever's left, they may. The new stuff will grow, and it will be bountiful. So it will. Do you agree, Mama? You look tired too. Is it an exhausting week for you?
Yeah,
You look really tired.
I am exhausted.
Ready for bed.
I am. The shower.
Yeah, you should be holding that sunset though for a little while. Isn't that what it's all about? I think is very interesting is that our last place that we built, you did not have a sunset.
No.
And
It's so bright again.
oh, it is, yeah. We absolutely loved that place. Everything. We made an unrealistic list. I've said this story 1,000 times, but if you haven't heard it, we made an unrealistic list on a piece of paper of everything that we wanted in the property. And then we started our search. And we got all of it, every last piece of it. We thought we were missing maple trees because we didn't see them originally when we got to the property. This is our property in Canada, yeah, the last one that we built a house on. And then after we had purchased it, I wandered in through the bush, went through a cedar bush and into this beautiful maple grove, which had, I don't know,
80 or 100.
yeah, 80 or 100 massive maple trees in it. So we tapped maple trees there and made syrup. and it was lovely. And we thought we could never, ever, ever beat that property. And yet we felt God was asking us to leave it and move here. And so we did. And now we're here. And I got to tell you, this place is 10 times nicer than the last one. And not only that, this one has a sunset. Whereas there was a bush, there was a forest, a tree, line of trees in the way of the last place. And you could never see the sun.
Right.
So now you can.
And I love my sunsets.
You love sunsets. So now look how many sunsets were. One day, somebody I read in the comments today, somebody was saying, look, one day you'll be able to sit in a rocking chair and watch that sunset.
Yeah.
We might have time for that someday. Not this year, probably not next year. We got a lot to do, but hopefully we'll get our...
in the winter.
Yeah,
In the
maybe.
winter. We
Yeah.
stop in the winter a little bit.
We slow down a little bit then, but we got a lot of work to do. Yeah, I got a lot of fencing to do. I got to get this house finished, which you can see back there. It's taking shape very nicely. And we got to get, eventually we got to build some barns. Got a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's no rest yet.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty.